to say. I mentioned earlier on in my noon speech that we had a guest in need of urgent medical attention. Well, since my noon speech, it's become apparent that heading into San Diego early was not going to be quick enough, and as such we have since been in contact with the US Coast Guard in San Diego, who are sending a helicopter towards the ship, who will be conducting a helicopter medical evacuation of the guest in need of medical assistance. The helicopter is expected to arrive at the ship at 16:40 or 4:30 p.m. But as with all helicopter winching operations, this is not the safest of operations, and we are going to need to cordon off certain parts of the ship before the helicopter arrives. New Amsterdam has two designated winching areas for helicopter operations, one being at the forward end of the ship on the bow where you did the scenic cruising in the Panama Canal last week. Then the second location is on deck 9 aft on the open deck. The preferred location is to do the hoisting on the bow, but ultimately this will be at the decision of the helicopter pilot, who I hope to have contact with sometime in the next 45 minutes to an hour. As part of our preparations, you may have seen the ship's staff removing our dress lights and securing some other items on the decks indicated to ensure that when the helicopter arrives that nothing can be sucked up into the helicopter rotors. By 4 o'clock we will start to restrict certain areas of the ship, so especially on the aft area on deck 9, no guests will be allowed any access onto the open decks on deck 9 aft. In fact, I ask all guests to, after 4 o'clock until 5 o'clock, remain inside, away from the open decks. If you feel you want to go outside, I would best advise to go to deck number 3. We will also be asking the guests directly underneath the winching area on the aft of the vessel, that's on deck 8 aft cabins, to leave their cabins for the time, and guest services will be contacting those guests directly to notify them of the requirement to leave the cabin. We may also have to cordon off certain areas in the aft part of the Lido, and as mentioned, all the open decks on deck 9 and 10 aft will need to be kept clear of guests and crew. Forward part of the ship, we will be also moving guests away from the crow's nest and the gymnasium in order to keep everybody in those areas safe, and ask you to please kindly cooperate with any instructions given by any of my team members during this time that we do this very important operation to get our guests the medical attention that they require. Once again, the helicopter is expected to arrive at 16:30. I'd also like to ask guests to, if you have any loose objects on your balconies, especially those of you living on the aft part of the vessel, to take those objects in. And also would advise that during that time to stay away from your balconies. I know it's exciting to see a helicopter, but helicopters operations are also not exactly the safest, and I want everybody to remain safe whilst we hoist our guest in need of medical assistance to safety. So once again, if I can just ask you all to comply with any instructions given during the time of the medical disembark. And thank you very much for your patience and understanding. Once the helicopter has left, hopefully just after 4:30, I'll make an announcement when it's safe to return to all the decks that we will have cordoned off. Thank you again for your patience and understanding.
Oh my God. Prayers to the comment section.